All right. All right. It is Saturday. It's not only one of the best pregame shows on the internet right now that's completely in support of your Atlanta Falcons, of your Atlanta sports teams, but there's something special about today. Oh, what do you mean? Well, if you're anything about a college football fan, this week is hate week. Okay? We might be talking about a little bit about that, but I mean, you can't really hate somebody that you keep whooping their ass on them, right? If you keep like whooping up on your little brother like Georgia Tech, you can't really be in a rivalry. But I mean, I might be talking about Ohio State and Michigan. We already know that you're going to beat Georgia Tech by 50. We already know about that. So if there's any Georgia Tech fans that's in the chat or whatever like that, I apologize. That was a spoiler. We already know what's about to happen. Anyway, my other two hosts, the other two guys, the other two kings that joins me on this glorious Saturday, this chilly Saturday. To my right, from Brooklyn, New York, he loves blue, but he supports that red. It's the middle linebacker, our signal caller, our foyer Lua car. We got Rich. Talk to him, bro.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving, man. Pretty much, definitely thankful for being on this show with you guys every Saturday, tuning in with the fans and get talking Falcons football, man. So, yeah, glad to be here.
Yeah, speaking of Thanksgiving, put y'all what y'all had for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying, like in the chat. I want to know what y'all had, man. That's what I want to know. I want to know what y'all filled up on. If you had some nasty potato salad, if somebody put pineapples in a potato salad, or if somebody messed up the mac and cheese. That's what I want to know. All right, set the chat on fire. All right. At the bottom, we got our resident Black Adam Schefter. He always got the news. He always got the hot take. Anything that you want to know, support his channel. We have Twisted Take, man. What's good, bro?
What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody in the chat? Shouts out to y'all, man. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Appreciate Magnus and Rich, as always, Saturday morning, showing love with Twisted, man. It's always a blessing. Make sure y'all stay tuned. There's some great heat coming, so make sure y'all lock in, man.
Bro, we gotta have like that Saturday, that song by Ludacris, that it's Saturday. Ooh, we gotta have that coming in on this song or something like
that. That beat is fire. That beat is fire.
For real. So we gonna move on. First and foremost, we have to get something off my man's chest. I mean, he's supporting Calvin Ridley, but he might have a little something for all y'all that regarding our Atlanta Falcons, regarding us trying to get to 5-6. This is Twisted Take. Take it away, man.
I got some good news and I got some bad news. Is Jalen Hawkins will be back, so we won't be seeing Avery Williams too much in the slot for that third down. We're looking forward to having Eric Harris back in that nickel spot and Hawkins deep back, because Hawkins is the guy who has the interceptions. He has 2 back-to-back games versus the Jets and versus the Dolphins. So that was a tough loss when we didn't have him after that Saints game these past 2 weeks. He'll be in the fold for Dean Pease moving forward with what he wants to do. We have 2 people that's questionable. Cordell Patterson is still questionable with the ankle. It'll be game time decision, as well as Deion Jones. Deion Jones has popped up on Friday with a shoulder nag, so let's hope he'll be able to go as well. I mean, when I look at the Jaguars, they pretty much don't have too much talent, so I look forward to Hyde and the other running back running a lot more. Are doing some re-options with Trevor Lawrence. So Deion Jones will be a big pivotal fold. If we don't have Deion Jones, expect Walker to get in some more plays. We've been looking to get him anyway to see what we have, because he's going to be gone in a couple, next year maybe. So we got to see what we got from Walker anyway. Let's keep it honest. We don't know what he's going to do. I'm wearing the 18 jersey in hopes he comes back. Me personally, if he hasn't said nothing about today, he's probably not coming back. I looked on the social media. He hasn't been talking since he made that comment 3-4 weeks ago. So I don't know when he's coming back, man. That's a tough one. The real Adam Schefter didn't even know. So I don't know. I don't know how I can answer that question if he didn't even know. Yeah. So let's hope for the best, man. I'm anxious to see if this defense can step up for us another week. They held the Patriots to only 1 touchdown. The Jaguars don't have as much talent as the Patriots. So I'm looking forward to this defense getting us some turnovers, man, getting us some short field. Because without Cordell Patterson, without Calvin Ridley, we're gonna really have to scheme people open. Arthur Smith has did this. Arthur Smith has seen what it's going to be these past 15 to 17 days. So I'm hoping that he incorporates something with Zacchaeus. And we don't have Hayden Hurst. He's out in the IR. We stated that earlier this week when we spoke on Sunday. So if we're looking for Hayden Hurst to come out, he won't be back for another couple weeks. So it's going to have to be OZ. It's going to have to be Quadri Allison. I'm not mentioning MD's full name. I'm straight on him for a while. He got to show me something because I haven't seen nothing but an icy chain. I haven't seen nothing else. I know y'all know in the comments.
Bro,
I'm good though, man.
Well, first and foremost, Ezekiel King and Andrew G. What's good, bro? What's up?
Good.
We got 17 people, 17 likes, 17 subscribes, 17 shares. I like to say real quick off the bat though, they do have somebody that he doesn't have like the impact that Cordell Patterson has, but they do have somebody called Laviska Shenault, and that guy concerns me, because they line him up all over the field just like we do with Cordell Patterson. And honestly, if we don't play discipline, he could wreck the game for us. But if you're talking about guys that can't get open, what's thankful is that Shaquille Griffin is not playing tomorrow either. He's in concussion protocol and he's going to be out, but it seemed like they're relatively healthy. I expect us to get a heavy dose of James Robinson and Laviska Shenault and a lot of RPO. So we definitely have to play discipline. And don't sleep on their tight end. What's his name? Dan Arnold, I think that's his name.
Arnold, yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah.
I think he was with us for a stint, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he was in a trade though. He got a trade from Carolina.
Yeah,
he tearing it up down there. I mean, we already know AJ Island or whoever's going to be lined up across him is getting nothing. Okay, you're going to get nothing, and you're going to enjoy it. Plain and simple. You're going to get these clamps, and that's all.
Well, like you said though,
yeah, Marvin Jones, their receiver.
Marvin Jones, yes.
Yeah,
I was just about to bring that up. Marvin Jones and Jamal Agnew, he's on IR. He's on IR. Agnew's on IR, but he's one of their speedy, one of their most athletic guys. So we got away with one. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, he's one of their best players, and he's not playing. And like you said, we're gonna get a heavy dose of James Robinson, and as long as we can stop the run and minimize him, we have a shot. But the biggest thing to what Twisted was saying, to see how Arthur Smith is gonna scheme up OZ and Tajay Sharp and pretty much guys stepping up to the plate. That's really the biggest thing, because so far we haven't seen that, and Kyle Pitts needs some help. Kyle Pitts was thankful enough to bless his teammates with some Jordans for Thanksgiving. If y'all ain't see that, you know what I'm saying? He bought all his teammates some Jordans. So he's trying to thank y'all, give y'all some hope to show up and help me out for this Sunday, because he's only a rookie. Mind you, this is the first year with Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot, trying to figure out this roster. They're always going to reevaluate this roster. So guys have an opportunity this week to show them why you should be on the roster for next year. Because I'm going to keep saying this. A lot of guys is on 1-year contracts, 1-year deals, besides our draft class and some guys from last year that's still in their rookie contract. But besides that, guys got to show and prove why they deserve to be on this Falcons roster, and they have to step up this week.
Yeah, man. I mean, first and foremost, we got more people up in the chat. I mean, there's a lot of people in here.
Shout them out.
So I already said Andrew G. Oh, Devon. That's the fourth Dudley boy. We got Devon here. I mean, we got Maggie T, Mike M, and Marcus Bell. Yo, I want to know, Maggie, before you even leave, or if you want to stay in the background, whatever like that, I need to know, what did you cook on Thanksgiving? Everybody wants to know. All your fans, all your stalkers in here, they all want to know, what did you cook for Thanksgiving? Put it out there. I want to hear like beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. I want to hear all that, man.
Let them know.
for real.
Oh man, I had a great Thanksgiving though. I have to say that. Yeah, I had a lot of family over. You know, we did it big. We did it real big. At first, we were skeptical how we gonna fit all these people, but we was able to get it done, and it was great. Got some good tears out, you know, all of that stuff. So it was special.
I know, bro. I know.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask y'all something, man. Because if there's any time that we've been asking for, you know, this dude to step up. Well, rather two guys, but I mean, if Darby can't do anything now, then it's a dub for him, man. Like if it's not now, it ain't. I mean, things are lining up for him perfectly to be on the field, and it's time for him to show out. Like he's going to have to beat the press and get open on slant, do something. Okay, because right now we don't have anybody that could really kind of beat like a 1-1 matchup, because we already know they're going to use stack coverage against Kyle Pitts. We already know that. Everybody knows what this man can do this early in his career, so they're already stacking the coverage. No matter where they put him, it's like they're going to roll the coverage over there. So it's up to the others to be able to get open. Plain and freaking simple. It's just that simple. But also, what also helps is can we block right? When it comes to pass blocking, can we block? I'm talking to you, Caleb. Can we block? I'm talking to you, Hennessy. You know what? Honestly, I'm done with him. I was done with him in the beginning of the season. I'm done with him now. Tyler Lindenbaum from Iowa, our next center, moving into 2022. I'm calling it right now. Moving on. It's a trap. It's a trap. I'm calling it, man. This is a trap game. It's a get right game, but it's a trap game. J-Bill's on deck. You know what I'm saying? And they're not as talented as us. They have a quarterback in his first year. I mean, they have a coach that at times looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. This is a time where we can actually get right. Honestly, this is a get right game for us, and we need to show exactly where. And I think somebody said it in the comments. It's like where we're going to go in terms of like this season. It's like we can. I mean, because we're still in the hunt. That's going to turn people the wrong way in the comments. Don't care, but we're still in the hunt. We're still in the thick of things, because it seems like there's nobody in this season. There's nobody this season that's really showing like, yeah, we're the best in the NFL. Record-wise, it shows one thing. But the play on the field shows another thing. We saw what happened with Dallas on Thanksgiving. We saw what happened with Buffalo when they went down to Jacksonville. There's really no top tier team that's like running away with this thing. Everybody seemed like right in the mix. It seemed like March Madness to me. What you think about that, Rich?
Well, what I think that like this is gonna be a close game. This is not gonna be. Of course, we know that we're better than them, but obviously, if we missing some of our key players, it lower our chances. It lower our chances down a little bit, big time. Primarily if we don't have Cordell or Debo, being that they're both questionable. From the games that I did see from Jacksonville, they are a good team. Like, you cannot sleep on Trevor Lawrence. He was the first draft pick. Let's not be fooled here. You know what I'm saying? The kid is a rookie. He would make rookie mistakes, but he can sling the ball. He can create plays with his legs, and he's also accurate as well. And he can run. He's not afraid to run.
Not slow,
as
man.
well.
He's not slow.
So exactly, he's not slow. So I would want to say this is going to be an automatic W, but we know this every given Sunday, and that's not the case here. You know, don't be surprised it's going to be a close game, a head-to-head. And I believe when we played last time, when we played them, I think it was a close game as well. So Jacksonville is going to fight. So, you know, we just got to show up and execute and take advantage of our opportunities, and players stepping up to the plate. There's not really much else to be said. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Twisted.
Well, as far as the rookie goes, he's completing 58% of his passes, right? 2,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, 19 sacks. For a rookie, that's pretty good. He's getting close to 2,500 in yards total. Not that much weapons, as we know. He has Robinson, he has Hyde. but Lawrence has rushed for 192 yards off of 40 attempts. So, like you said, Rich, he's definitely going to try to run the ball for sure. And that's been our Achilles heel sometimes when we let quarterbacks get out the pocket and get deep plays on us. And a lot of people don't know this. Our defense may be suspect at times. How many defenses you know haven't given a 40-yard pass yet? We have no over 40-yard passes yet. The longest pass we gave up is 38 yards.
Wow.
So that means as far as going deep shots, we're leaving everything in front of us. We just have to tackle. We have to complete the plays we got. And if we do that on defense, we'll turn out pretty good as far as our defense. Marvin Jones, he's pretty good. He has 3 touchdowns, 486 yards, averaging 11 yards a carry, 42 receptions off of 72 targets. That's not that good. Let's be honest now. That's a lot of targets for only 42 reception. The next person is Junior. The next my bad, man. Somebody's calling. Next person here, he's getting 10 yards, average 400, and then it's Arnold, who we said the tight end. He's a big play type receiver. He knows how to get not possessions. Well, not position. He knows how to position himself to catch big body passes like a tight end. As far as the offense, man, I don't see why we can't create turnovers with this team. That's pretty much Dean P's ball wagon right there to get rookie QBs and make sure he creates turnovers for them.
You know who's going to be close to getting an interception because he's always close week in and week out, and that's Eric Harris. Eric he's been sitting there, but he's always like a second late. I don't understand what's up with that dude, man.
I don't get it either.
If there's any time we can create some sort of turnovers, it would be now. And if he wants to sit there and try AJ, he can try him if he wants to. He could if he wants to, honestly. But if he's smart, I mean, honestly, I think we're going to see a heavy dose of heavy run. This is a copycat league, and I think they're really going to try to bludgeon us to death. I mean, if they're smart, they don't want to sit there and go like up and down the field with us. I think it's going to be one of those Carlos Hyde, James Robinson, RPO type of games. Like I really see that happening. Very nasty. Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
I'm sorry. Is Quadre going to be the number one? Who's starting that running back?
That's what I'm. That's what I'm.
It's still Mike Davis on.
Mike Davis. All right. So if Quadre, if CP not playing, these guys we gotta be able to run the ball. If we can't run the ball on these guys, we have a serious problem and a serious issue. Like, if I know Arthur Smith likes to run the wide zone and in the stretch, even though I think sometimes when he calls these plays, the timing is really off. Sometimes I said this multiple times where I felt like sometimes when he calls that stretch play, it's like a waste of a down because sometimes we don't even get any yards. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to see some more creativity besides just scheming guys open, but just even a simple reverse.
Yeah.
You know, something like where we can take a deep shot besides pretty much an explosive play is what I'm looking for. Creativity, plays that leads to an explosive play. You know what I'm saying? Besides taking a deep shot or a deep post or something to Kyle Pitts when they know when we're going to do that, you know? So I just see everybody involved, even guys I don't even know on the roster. I don't care. Like, simple, man. We got to get it going. And this is a big opportunity for us to show the world what we about, man. Can we answer back after 2 back-to-back losses? What type of team we are right here? You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely last week, right? When we was looking forward, when we was checking off the wins and losses moving forward for the future of the season, we marked this as a W, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So let's make it happen, man. We play well on the road. Yeah.
One thing I will say is all Matt Ryan needs is 3 seconds. If he gets 3 seconds, he's going to find somebody open to make a big play. We've seen it versus the Saints where Cordell Patterson wasn't in the game. Those plays going to Zacchaeus. Let's be honest now. So there's ways you can scheme a player open. I'm sure Arthur Smith is tired of doing that, of course. He wants them to show their talent and make it much easier for the QB and for the play caller. But you have to call these explosive plays in the beginning of the game to make sure this Jaguars defense, this young Jaguars defense, starts guessing. Don't let them think, well, we can play man all over and then just run these short routes and they jump routes. Take shots down the field so we can see how we can loosen up their coverage. They do have a great linebacker in Jack. He's a Deion Jones type player, sideline to sideline, knows how to make plays. They have a top 10 pass rusher. Once again, a person we wanted a couple years ago in Allen, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knew that. We wanted him that year too. He has 5 sacks. They have the Cowboys, Chisholm from LSU. Not Cowboys, but from LSU. He's made plays too. We have to make explosive plays in the beginning of the game, man. I don't care if Calvin Ridley's not in there. I don't care who's in there. Frank Darby is known for going to get explosive plays. Mm-hmm. Can we get some scheme to get him open on the field? At the end of the day, bro, if we don't have those pieces that we need, somebody else has to go out there and do it. That's why OZ had a big game. That's why Kyle Pitts has had a big game. That's why Calvin Ridley has had a big game. That's why Cordell Patterson has had a big game. Mike Davis, you're getting paid a lot of money. We need one of those big-time games with our players being out. This man can...
That's the tiptoe burglar, man.
I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this. Listen to me. This man was second behind Alvin Kamara, AK, in broken tackles and catching the ball. Come on. What happened? That was literally 7-8 months ago. Let me see something. I've seen you in practice. When I went to training camp, I seen you catch the ball out the backfield. I should not see no 3rd and 2 slant and you drop the ball and it hits your chest. Let's go. I need some effort. I need some intensity from this offense. Y'all laid an egg 2 straight games. I'm not blaming the defense for that shit no more. Y'all got to come out and make some plays.
Yeah, cannot blame the defense, no. What you got, man?
Man, let me tell you something, man. We're talking about explosive plays, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me while I absolutely go outside of my mind right now. Because there's somebody, your line will have to hold up a little bit, okay? Everybody relatively can do their job, maybe except for McGarry in space, okay? But you could scheme that. You could probably help double team a chip, with the tight end or something like that. You help them out with that. There's somebody on that line that is really, really annoying me right now, and he's not even giving Matt Ryan 3 seconds to read the defense. Brokeback Mountain himself, Hennessy. Matt Hennessy is getting folded up by defensive tackles left and right. I have no idea what they saw in this man in college. I don't know. But right now, that center is straight up basura. Trash. Garbage. He has nothing to offer this team right now. Absolutely nothing. That I bet you Terry Fontenot is now, instead of saying you know what? Instead of maybe going after Jordan Davis, we need to address our center position. Hey, guys, go up there to Iowa and see about this center that's about to come out named Tyler Lindenbaum. Instead of that being a luxury and saying, you know what? Hennessy is showing a little bit of something or whatever. No, he actually regressed. Same like Mike Davis. I don't know what's down there. I don't know what they're eating. I don't know what they're drinking. Yeah. But somehow, some way, these guys are regressing. Again, I want to talk about Deion Jones. Yes. Marquise Teixeira. Yes, I miss Gano too. Lord have mercy, I do. Now, what I want to say is, you want to know why Deion Jones' shoulder's hurting? Because he keeps tackling with his shoulder. He doesn't wrap up. Foye Oluokun actually stacks the dude up. He's actually, what is he, top 5 tackles right now?
Over 100 tackles already.
Over 100 tackles, and I think he's top 3 in pressures.
I think both of them. I think both of them is top 5 in tackles within the league.
Yeah, Deion Jones misses a lot of tackles. He just misses tackles when it matters. I think.
I think that's what it is. He could be so much more. Yeah, yeah, he could be so much more if he just stops trying to lay the wood all the time. You don't have to do that.
And that's what can cause a shoulder injury, also known as a stinger. You know what I mean? As we know, it's not easy with these calls, with these targeting penalties and all that stuff. It's not easy for a defender nowadays in the NFL to make these plays. Because typically now, most guys do. You got to tackle with your shoulder in a sense. You like in order because you want to get your head out the way. You know what I mean? You don't want no penalty. So this is why tackling involved with your shoulder. That's what you should do. The main thing is ripping through and following through with your hits so you don't miss your tackles. And also grip. Grip plays a big factor and once you hold it on to a guy. So make sure you take them down so you don't lose. Now, regarding Magnus, what you said about with Hennessy, now I gotta pay more close attention to that to see what you're saying with Hennessy. So now if you don't like what you're seeing out of Hennessy, that's why we also drafted Drew Dahlman, where Drew Dahlman may have to get his opportunity, to see what he can do. And I'll pay attention to that more to see how Hennessy does. And moving forward with Darby, I feel like Darby haven't got his opportunity with the ones like that during game day. To be honest with you, being that Ridley is out, I seen Darby with the 2s and 3s with Rosen and Franks. That's the time when you're gonna see Darby. You know what I mean? And Darby, I know he's doing a little bit of special teams too. So that's what we getting out of these guys. So I know Darby can make some plays. For sure, with the ball, he could be He could be very creative and crafty when he have the in short yard span. So,
I keep telling you, man, that's Roddy White 2.0, man. I'm telling you right now, like that. He reminds me so much of Roddy White. But speaking of older Falcons, that's dear to our heart. When we got Mike Davis, did we really think that he was going to be like a Jamal Anderson?
Fuck no. Jamal Anderson ain't just about the backfield like that. I was expecting Mike Davis to be an all-purpose back. I was with Cordell Patterson. I knew when Cordell got in the fold, he was going to be sharing touches. So I'm thinking like, hey, Mike Davis, 10 touches a game. It's just me thinking realistically, especially based off the Panthers didn't have a good offensive line last year. They were getting a lot of sacks. When Christian McCaffrey went down, Mike Davis was still making plays. And hell, I'll admit it, when he played the Atlanta Falcons week 5 last year, he gave us the business. So I'm like, oh, he got that work.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen no work. I mean, I'm just being honest, man. Like he doesn't do one-step cuts. He stumbles when he goes to the lane. Like the only pivotal plays I've seen Mike Davis run pretty good was on tosses versus the Bucs a couple times. Versus the Eagles, when he was making plays before that game got out of hand, he was getting 6-7 yards of carry. And versus the Dolphins on their 3rd and 2 call, when not Matt Hennessy, but what's the left tackle? I mean the left guard. What's his name? Mayfield. Mayfield whiffed on the block. It was 3rd and 2, and Mike Davis spent out of the block to still pick up the first down. I need plays like that. That's momentum type plays. It's okay if you can't get 20-yard gains, 30-yard gains. But hell, pick up first downs.
The time when he did pick up a big gain was when we ran a stretch play and he cut it back. And there was another thing. There's plenty of other games. He had to cut it back. Naturally, when you're running that play, you don't want to cut it back, but if you see it open, you got to take it and go. Now, from a scheme standpoint, Mike Davis cannot run the stretch play like that. He doesn't hit the hole like the same way how Cordell runs it, right? So being that's the case, I believe Arthur Smith needs to do a better job of just calling the right plays for the specific player that you have in the backfield. So I think Mike Davis is good at running straight downhill. He's a heavy dose back. He's a big guy, bulldozer, short, stocky. So if you get him with the nice inside zone, or you hit him with the traps, what I'm saying? Simple plays, like the toss is simple, even though he's hitting the edge there. But when you're in a stretch play, it's a lot harder because you have to be patient as well as being explosive at the same time of waiting for the hole to develop to hit the crease. Or you got to be able to cut it back. Now, when you see Cordell run the stretch play, he's a full go. He's patient and he's go. This is why we see more out of Cordell more than Mike Davis. Because because Arthur Smith wants to run that play. He loves the stretch. That's his bread and butter, right? But when Mike Davis run it, we can't get nothing with him with that. So you got to go ahead.
I'm starting to realize something, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You just made a valid point with Mike Davis. He's known for running inside the tackles. What's our weakest position as far as on our line right now?
Guard and center.
So it's kind of hard for him to get any good plays if we're not able to get up the middle with them.
Yeah,
that's true.
I was about to say that Mike Davis has to have like perfect blocking in front of him, where CP could be like he could do a jump cut and cut something back, and then so the blocking doesn't have to be perfect for CP because he has the vision, he has the wiggle, he has the acceleration, and he has the speed to be like, okay, this guy missed his block, okay, I could juke this guy and then I can go. Like Mike Davis. He can't do. God bless him. He can't do that. Like he needs to be like north south. When you got somebody that's that big, like you can't have him running like east west. Like run him north south. Like honestly, I need to see it. We actually gonna be talking about that. About Quadri, because when Quadri was in the game, that dude ran like he was hungry. He looked like he was back at Pitt. If you ever seen his highlights when he was at Pitt, like he had explosive outside of that one play that I put out on Twitter. That he missed that if he jump cut to the right, that's easy. That's easy. Reservation for 6 if he would have seen that. But I think that as soon as he gets the ball, he's excited and he just hits the hole and he runs. Instead of just waiting for the play to develop.
He has no choice. Homeboy been on the practice squad for 2 years. My son is locked up. Quadri been locked up, so we gotta unleash. You know what I mean? He has to show why he deserves to be on the 53-man roster and not on the practice squad. Like, you know, I feel bad for the dude, man. The dude, it's like his 4th game since he's been on our team for at least 3 years now. So it's just like, you know, you got to use what you got at this point. So we're gonna see, man. I'm excited to see what Arthur Smith does, and he better make it count because now, he's been talking a lot, saying we're gonna get it fixed. Now, it is your first year. We don't want to give you a benefit of doubt, but now I want to hear you. I want to see you match up of what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pick up on what you're talking about. So if you're saying that you're gonna fix the offense, let's fix the offense, and I want to see it happen. You know what I mean? I just don't want to talk about it, even though you're gonna tell us what we want to hear. But sometimes I'd rather you tell us what it is up front. That right? You know what I'm saying? Be real with us. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear no lollygaggy answers.
Yeah. Now speaking of offense, because it seems like that's I never thought as an Atlanta Falcons fan I would ever be saying this, but how can we get the offense back on track after 2 subpar performances?
I mean, we already kind of said it though, right?
We already said it.
Yeah.
Is Marvin Hall still on the practice squad? Because y'all talk about explosion, right? So is Marvin Hall still there?
Yeah.
Oh well then.
you know. No, I say this right. I say because with that Dallas game, as we know, Arthur Smith was too much of aggressive to the point where he didn't let the game flow out. I'm not let the game pan out and let it flow. You know what I'm saying? Where you see how the refs are calling the game and stuff like that, just getting the flow, momentum. Because this game, we play well on the road. Now we're gonna be aggressive. Now, all I'm saying for us to win the game is just take your time with the game. You know what I mean? Let it play out, let it come to you. Let the plays come naturally and be smart when you're taking these shots and when you're being aggressive. Now, Twisted mentioned it earlier when we was talking about taking the shots. As far as taking the momentum, snatching the momentum. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a big factor for us on the road is taking control of the momentum of the game and see how we handle that and approach that. So that's going to be the biggest factor for us offensively. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna look at it like this: we can't be going for it on 4th and 7. Okay.
Hey man,
like I mean, there's one thing about being aggressive, and there's another thing about being stupid. Okay, like we can't be stupid. Okay, like we have one of the most accurate kickers in the game right now, who is confident. He has 3 or 4 game winners so far. Pretty much every game that we won.
All 4.
Yeah, all 4. My man has ice in his veins. I mean, he missed like one kick, but that's because, like, you know, I blame Arthur Smith for
messed
that
him
miss.
up.
It messed him up. Yeah. But once the kicker is inside his head, that's why they have that thing called ice in the kicker. So you can sit there and get inside their head. I think they have fragile minds. You know what I'm saying? Like once they sit there and think too much, it's like you already know that joint's going to get shaken left or right. But we have a guy that can put points on the board where it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. You cannot be out there acting like you're Mike McCarthy, just out there doing stuff like just going for 4th and 7 or doing like the wrong schemes or anything like that. Look, we already know, and this is going to be, honestly, I'm going to say this man's name a lot today, okay? We can't have Hennessy out there anymore. We got to put Drew Dorman in there, or at least like put Matt Ryan in shotgun, because anytime that this man is under center, like he's getting bent backwards, and that's affecting Matt Ryan. Anytime that you have a statue quarterback, Matt Ryan has a little wiggle to him, but he wants to sit there and sidestep left or sidestep right. Now, my whole idea is that if the man instantly after getting the ball, when the ball is hyped to him, as soon as he gets the ball, if he sees the fact that there's somebody's like directly into his face, that's going to affect his time because now he has to take his eyes and look down, sidestep the defender and then look back up and read the defense. And the thing is, like those 1.5 to 2 seconds is enough to throw a pick, or it's enough to do something stupid with the ball. We already seen it happening, So if anything, just play within ourselves. If anything, this might be another game where the defense is going to have to go get it.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be one of those games where the defense and the special teams are going to have to step up while this offense figure out what the hell they're going to do like week to week to week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Twisted.
Even though Avery Williams hasn't made plays on defense in a couple weeks, I look forward to him making a big play on special teams. I can see him making a good kickoff return or punt return. If Cordell doesn't play kickoff, he'll be back there for kickoff. I look forward to seeing some energy from Avery Williams this week in that position.
I see that he's close. Every week I see him, it's like he's getting close to breaking one open, and I'm excited about that. Like I'm seriously excited about that.
He definitely showed his ability. He showed his ability of how he can make guys miss an open space, and he can create something out of nothing, Yeah. But the only way for that to happen on special teams if guys is able to get a hat on a hat and block and be able to seal a guy. That's all you really need. At least 6 guys blocking. You know what I mean? Because the other guys, wherever they at on kickoff or punt return, they're running in their running lanes, depending on where we're returning the ball. If it's middle, left, right, and so forth. So that's really the biggest thing there. So yeah, but this game, like you said, my fault, Magnus, because you brought it up earlier. This is not a game for us to go for it on 4th and 7. That's all I have to say. If it's time for us to kick the damn ball to get Kool-Aid in there to give us 3 points, then we got to use that. That's all I had to say. Yeah,
man. I mean, Dwayne Body had it. He's been putting out some heat on here, man. He said if we are serious about
shouts out to Dwayne, bro. Dwayne shows love on my channel. Shouts out to Dwayne, bro.
What's up, Dwayne? If we are serious about the playoffs, we need to replace non-producers sooner than later. Can't keep letting players make the same mistakes over and over. Any of y'all have anybody in particular that you would like to see replaced out there?
I already know how you feel.
I'm not. Yeah, it's probably Hennessy, but as far as Mike Davis, I can't just replace him completely because he's pass blocking. He's the best third down pass blocker we got. Cordell doesn't like to pass block like that. So you're going to still see Mike Davis in the game. I think we might do some more H-back draws to see how that works. Because 9 times out of 10, man, if you're watching the film, the linebackers that are playing us, they're not even going for the run on third downs or second downs. They're already dropping into coverage. Those H-back draws, killing. It will be a killing for Mike Davis. I'm hoping we see that more to where he doesn't stutter, he hits the hole and goes. I bet you if Hennessy starts to mess up in that second quarter, they're gonna pull his ass. I'm telling you. So he better come with it.
See, NYC young boy. See, it's a New York frame of mind when you know because Lyric's mom said that she's still hungover, and I'm hungover from watching Hennessy. All that Hennessy I've been watching. I can't do it no more, man. I
Watching
can't.
and drinking Hennessy.
You know what?
Bro.
I don't want to say. This is tough for me to say because I got a lot on my mind, but I just need Richie Grant on the field, man. I just need to see this guy get his opportunities, man. I believe that he earned his shot at this point. Where midway close to that second half of the season, and we're supposed to see our young guys on the field right now. Being that what he did last week, causing some turnovers, and he's a big factor for us on special teams. He needs to get his opportunity. If it has to have a play where Eric Harris is, take a little break for 1 second, because he's always close to the ball, but he can't never finish. So that's really the big thing. And for us with penalties, it's not necessarily replacing a player, but we're fixing something for next week is the penalties. Because last week the penalties was big. Yeah, we can get these super chats.
Oh man, these super chats, like they out here paying for gas now. Hold on. Dwayne Body says, do you think there is anyone off the practice squad who can help the team right away? I'll answer that. I think it's Marvin Hall. That could go out there and like stretch the field.
Hawkins, but what's his name? What's his first name? Caleb Hawkins, the running back.
Oh, the running back, Huntley.
I couldn't think of his last name for nothing.
Yeah, Huntley. Yeah. You got anybody that can help the team right now, Rich?
I'm trying to see now. Is they got a defensive back on there? This Williamson, is he on? He's on the roster now.
I mean, they keep flip-flopping with him. Like, he comes
taking him off, bro.
Yeah, and Sheffield is Sheffield on the practice squad now? Or he's hurt.
He got a hamstring, man.
He got another hamstring, man.
And that's God. Yeah, Twisted. I'm gonna let Twisted take this. But that boy is on the thin line for next year.
No, he's not on the thin line.
It's a wrap for him, bro.
He's cut. He is.
I'm sorry, bro. It's a wrap for him, bro. Sheffield 4.3 speed can play man coverage. He just hasn't been that it factor for me, bro. And we're on our fourth year now, bro. I haven't seen nothing from him.
I mean, he ain't been that it factor. He's been that shit factor. That's what he's been. Because he ain't been out there. I don't even remember not even one time. I mean, we talked about it in the pre-show. Twisted said he was out there on maybe, like you said kick coverage, and he probably was tired again.
Coverage and punt coverage versus the Panthers, the game I went to. He was out there. That's the last time I seen him.
It's the fact that they, I think they want this guy, to succeed. That's why they haven't cut him yet, because they must see him. They must see something in him. But he's just going to be one of those guys that are very fast, and they just keep blowing their tire. They just keep, like injuring their hamstring. It's always going to be something with their legs, and Sheffield's going to be one of them. And then again, that messes us up because now we have to address that in the offseason again. So that's why we're saying like we need guys to show up, because it makes things a whole lot easier. Like going into the off season, it's like, okay, we're okay here. We need to work on this here. No, if it looks like they might have to nuke this entire roster and keep like, little people like here and there, then we're back at square one again, I mean, just with a little bit more money. But, new drop with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Tiptoe Tuna Jr. needs to go. Honestly, I'm gonna put it like this. Some people want to be Michael. Some people want to be Tito. It looked like we got a Tito in our running back room. It's just some people want to be Mike. Some people could be Mike, and they get the microphone and they can come out with their albums. They become the GOAT. And then some people just want to be Jermaine, who just want to just like judge people on Dancing with the Stars and all that. Some people just want to be that. That's okay. Just don't do it here, okay? Just don't do it fucking here, Stealing money.
I know we have also on the practice squad Dorian Etheridge. I know if Debo doesn't play, he might be active. Primarily Michael Walker as well. We mentioned that, but he's been rotated everywhere. Like he's playing the mic, he's playing the will, he's playing, and sometimes like rushing.
Posting.
Yeah, but sometimes we don't really know how well is he soaking the playbook. You know what I'm saying? As doing his assignments and executing them. You know what I mean? Because as we all know, Dean Pease mentioned in his interviews, he's gonna play guys who he trusts and who they're gonna do their assignments well. You know what I mean? Like we see a lot of Steven Means. That's the reason why we see him, because he's able to stick to his assignment, even though he's getting blocked most of the time. That's really the case. But I'm gonna cut him some slack. He got a form of recovery. He almost scored a touchdown. So we'll cut him a little.
We can't cut these people no more slack, because this one particular guy, I'm gonna call him number 6. You know who he is. I'm gonna call him number 6. I need more.
He got sacked last week.
Look, man. I need a little bit more than that, man. Number 6.
You want double sack? You want double?
Fowler got a sack. He got a sack last week.
Eric Harris missed the sack.
And then Fowler got a sack?
And Fowler picked it up. Eric Harris kind of whipped on it. Mac Jones did like a little spin out of it. And Dante Fowler got him down.
This was in the third quarter or something? Or fourth quarter?
Yeah, third quarter.
Oh, yeah. I stopped watching then.
What else is new, man? What else is new with Eric Harris? He misses picks and he whips on sacks. I'm gonna put it like this, man. I'm not a
It was a good play by Mac, though, bro. It was a good play. It was a good play by Mac.
But I'm gonna put it like this, though. What honestly did we expect from this man this year, Dante Fowler? Now, statistically, no. I'm not talking about statistics. I'm just saying, like, what did we really expect? You expected 10, right? You saying 10, like 10 sacks?
Yes, I expected 17 freaking games.
That's the expectations. Yeah, the coaches said it. Dean Pease said it too. We're lacking in this. Yeah, like we lacking in this particular area, and we expect this out of him. So being that we're not getting that, okay, all right, we're gonna definitely address that in the draft next year. Highly expect that. Well, his ass probably won't even be back next year. Know what I'm saying?
This is a good game for him too.
Yes,
this is the team that drafted him. So if he can't step up on this game, I definitely have an issue. So I need him to have a double-digit game. But we gotta shout out some more people. It's 54 people in the chat right now. We ain't shouting them out in a minute. Everybody in the chat, like and subscribe to the video. We appreciate y'all. Lyric Mom, Reggie 2K, ATL Leo, Dwayne Booty, that's my homie too. Devon S. NYC Youngboy. We got New Yorkers in here, man. Y'all bringing the New Yorkers in the game, bro.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I like this comment right here. Everybody yells at their TV screen every time Eric Harris drops a pick. I was yelling at my TV when AJ caught his pick. I was like, AJ, go! Yo, when I tell you I was so excited for that, man, bro, I was so happy.
Hold up.
Yeah.
We can't just say that he got the pick, because he could have got a pick 6 if it wasn't for who?
Eric Harris.
Thank you.
I don't know who he was trying to block that play, bro. I was like, just block one person. The quarterback is not finna catch AJ Terrell, bro. Just block one person.
Like honestly, I think when you get a pick, you're supposed to look upfield. Why are you turning around? Just look for somebody to block and put your hands on them.
All right, to answer your question, so to answer this, and fans in a comment on this too. All right, so do you rather see Richie Grant instead of Eric Harris right now?
See, the thing about Richie Grant is a playmaker. Don't get me wrong. The thing about Dean Pease, he wants everybody to play together. Richie Grant is only looking to play for himself right now in certain instances. That's why he gives up plays, because he's seeing something. He's just reacting like it's college. And in the NFL, they show you certain schemes to make you think it's that, and it's not.
Yeah, and you're going to lose your assignment.
That's a good point. That's his only thing is assignment. I think he's a playmaker for sure. It's just about making sure you stay close to your keys and knowing your assignment. Once he get that, he'll get regular game planning, I think, personally.
I mean, Eric is a solid a solid tackler too. You know, that's what I'm putting.
He's a solid tackler. This dude, he's solid.
Yeah, he's a solid tackler. I mean, how y'all feel about Fabian? Because somebody put Fabian Moreau. Like, who you want to get rid of?
Replace?
We ain't got a choice right now.
He's up and down, bro. He's so up and down.
He's up and down. But the thing is, like, if you would take him out, you're gonna replace him with a mediocre player. Like sometimes, like guys, we don't have. You gotta have good depth. If we want to talk all this talk and we're talking about replacing guys and all this stuff, you gotta have good depth. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main key thing of thinking of a guy. If it's Darren Hall, I wouldn't put Darren Hall there. I think Darren Hall is okay, but you know, we're just mixing and matching. Since we've been hurting since Isaiah Oliver went down in that Giants game. Once we lost Isaiah Oliver, we've still been trying to figure out that nickel position to fill that role big time. Congratulations to Darren Hall. Yeah, he got a sack last week. You know, that's fine, which is sad. That's the only way we can sack the quarterback is by running a nickel blitz.
Yeah, that's our issue. That's our issue right there, bro. Well, we have to bring extra people to get pressures. We haven't been able to get pressure consistently with our front four. That's been our problem with our defense for years. We all know that, bro.
Man,
we have talent to make plays.
This is why I call this guy the tiptoe burglar on offense because of the lack of production. He's getting under my skin. The reason why I say this about Dante Fowler is because when you watch him pass rush, it seems like he only has one move. That's what kills me so much. It's the fact that because if that was the case, then all I'm doing is watching Tack McKinley all over again, except for like he's a little bit more faster than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect the man like that, but I'm just saying in terms of just like there's no A move, B move, or C move. So if going up against a decent tackle or a decent left tackle or right tackle or guard or whatever, depending on wherever they put you. The problem is that if they catch you on that one move, it's like, what is your follow-up move? You know, what is that your second move? Because we remember what Tack McKinley used to do coming off the edge. It was a bench press, and that was it.
That's why he kept hurting his shoulder.
Thank you. Now with Dante Fowler, it seemed like he does like a rip. If he doesn't initially do like he try to beat you with the speed, he try to do like a rip, and then instead of converting it into instead of turning it like a spin or something like that, like, I mean, come on now. We've seen this guy produce on other teams, and it's like he's not just doing it here. And you're pretty much lining up one-on-one with a tackle. Pretty much, it looks like. Like Grady is beating double teams on a daily, man. Like we're wearing him out. Like he's literally getting double teams. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling number 6, man. I
just guess we just thought wrong with Dante Fowler because we got him because he had a career season with the Rams, being that he was playing with Aaron Donald, and that was a big factor. He is the best defensive tackle in the league right now, and that really helped him to scheme him open to get sacks. You know, naturally, when you're running a stunt and you're running a blitz, this person is supposed to get this sack if it's ran correctly. You know, and we have higher expectations for him on our Falcons defense, where you need to do it on by yourself. Like we can do certain stunts to scheme you to get a sack, vice versa, whoever it is, but we need you to do it when it happens, like how Vardas did it when he had that strip fumble, right? So where it led to Memes recovering that. We need that out of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing that. And I think sometimes, like some people don't understand, Fowler is a true dog. Sometimes when I elaborate more about true dogs, like true dogs are natural ballers. Sometimes they don't have technique, which is a not of a good thing for them sometimes, because they're just going out there balling. I'm just gonna get you down the way how I get you down with no technique or whatever it is. Some guys just naturally have that talent and that dog, but sometimes though, the technique, what brings a player to another level is by executing their technique and taking that to a whole nother step further. And I think that's what he needs to work on. He better call up Chuck Smith. Like, I know we got to connect. Chuck Smith is well in tune. He probably watching out right now. Shout out to Chuck Smith, man. What's good, bro? But hit up the Dr. Rush and get to it, man. A lot of guys go to him this offseason. There's a lot of guys to work with. We could work on your counter moves and and all this other stuff so he can get sacks and so he can get that bread.
I mean, the thing is, like, he's going to get bread just because of name value alone. Because he's still, we talk about the money position on defense. It's like corner, pass rush, and then you got probably on offense, you talk about like left tackle and all that kind of stuff. If you talk about like the money position where you pay, your production has to meet your pay. The fact that Dante Fowler is a rush end and like an edge guy, and that's one of the most coveted positions in every draft. It seems like everybody's looking for an edge guy. Everybody's looking for somebody that could, push the pocket. Like everybody that could get some sort of pressure coming off the edge. Everybody's been looking for that year in and year out. And but being the fact that Dante Fowler's name still means something in the NFL, he's still going to get his bread. It may not be here, but he's going to get his bread. We already know that. But moving on to the next subject. I mean, we're actually talking about it right now. Can the defense continue to trend upward? Well, we got some dogs, right?
Yeah.
We got some dogs. We got to stop that run, bro. Once we stop that run, Dante Fowler and Grady Jarrett will be able to just actually get loose. And I look forward to having Grady and Dante Fowler rush some on the same side. Let's do that a little bit more to get matchups for them, to where they do twists and stunts for somebody to get open for them. Because I feel like with offensive tackles and left guards, when they see Grady on that side, they're already looking to double team quick. You want to make people make decisions. Fake like you're gonna blitz the slot corner or the weak side linebacker to make them think that they need to move their pressures out, and then somebody comes inside. There's ways to game plan again, and we just have to stop the run first. That's the key for us, to where they can be one dimensional and you can just get those pressures more.
We've been saying Addy Ogundeji. What the hell happened to Ogundeji?
Adetupo Ogundeji. Hey yo, what happened to him? I don't know what happened to him. I think he's just sharing reps with other guys. I think being that Voters has stepped up to the plate and got something done. Other guys are getting their opportunity and fair share, and we don't know sometimes if guys is healthy. I believe he is healthy, but it's just other guys getting an opportunity, so that may lower his snap count a little bit. But like to answer the question, in order the defense to continue, right? I gotta step up for this, right? to continue this, we need help from the offense. We need help from the offense, man. The offense and the defense, they complement each other, right? So if the offense keep getting three and out, not putting no points on the board, and the defense is just on the field 24/7, they're gonna get tired out. Like some people, you gotta understand and watch the game of football. You can't always put the blame on the defense or whatever because they put up so much points. There's different factors that happen within the game that's not showing up on the stat sheet that may represent that. You know what I mean? So I am aware that Matt Ryan does not have multiple bad performances in a row.
Thanks.
In Jacksonville, this is the game. I think Matt Ryan's going to let it loose, man. Like, he's going to let all that energy out on y'all. You know what I mean? We don't know who's going to get the ball. We don't know the game plan. But I'm expecting this game plan to be crazy. Like, we really might do Jacksonville dirty. Like real cap. Like, we have to do them dirty. Even though I said it's gonna be a close game at first, but it's a chance we might do them dirty just because we've been hurting for 2 weeks. Pablo, talk to them, Pablo. We've been hurting for 2 weeks.
That's how Matt feeling right now, man. That's how he feeling.
Exactly. So we might just start bombing up every crib.
Let me tell you something, man. From your mouth to God's ears, man. I hope so. I hope so.
Yo.
Because Dwayne took the words right out of my mouth. We need to give Stone Mountain, Pennell, and Rush more playing time with the run, man. Anytime I've seen Ant Rush in there, somebody goes backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime
Matt Hennessy treatment. Matt Hennessy treatment. That's what he's delivering. He did the Saints like that too. I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anytime.
Push them back, hold them in the pile where the running back has to make a second guess and let the linebackers rush in and get the play. That's how you create rushing lanes. Well, that's how you wreck rushing lanes, I should say.
Yeah, and I've seen that freeze up because not only when you see Ant Rush go get in there, and Pinnell, sometimes I've seen them both on the line, actually. But when I see that, it's like you're going to have to double team them, and then I see Grady get free. Mm-hmm. So that can work even on passing downs if you want to do that. Because if you have the ability to push somebody 3 yards back like that, that is going to free up a lot of people that's going to be able to make plays. I mean, it's going to free up like one-on-one matchups across the board, and Brady's going to eat off of that. I don't know why they haven't done that lately. I don't know, but they need to get their act together and get that done. Because Ant Rush, honestly, if you're going to talk about like re-signing somebody, I think Ant Rush has got to be like top of the line. He's got to be top of the list. Adoree Omi, $5 super chat. Enjoying the morning Falcons talk. Will Calvin Ridley return, or is he taking Julio's route? Ooh, we cursed him this morning. I thought we was bad. We can't talk about that man.
Who is that?
Yeah, we could all go around with that one. It's Adoree Omi.
Adoree Omi. Yeah. Will Calvin Ridley return, or is he taking Julio's route? Somebody actually said this on Twitter. I forgot who it was. One of our followers that be in the chat a lot, like heavy. I think it might have been Aunt Jay or somebody. What do you guys think about this? Like, the Falcons pulling like a kind of like a dick move and be like, you wasn't available for like X amount of time. Yeah, and like this void the contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that could happen, or
I'll say that he can possibly take a Julio route where he's not happy. We can agree on Calvin Ridley's standpoint. He is not happy probably within his performance of play, him as an individual player, as well as maybe him not being schemed enough within the offense. This is my assumption. But regardless of him taking a step back mentally, taking a mental break, he's not happy about something. So that's the only reason why I can somewhat compare the Julio route aspect of it, just not being happy. Now, will he return? They put him on IR for 3 weeks. They say he was supposed to return back in Jacksonville. So I'm guessing at this point, if he's not back or he's not back within the next week, he's definitely will be out for the rest of the season. At this point, we might have to take that as fans. Like, we just have to accept that. That's what it is, and we have to play with the guys who we have and next man up. I'm gonna tell you guys now, the sooner we could move on from this with Calvin Ridley, because yes, we do miss the guy. I done bought his jersey right now. It's in my closet right now.
That's a throwback.
I appreciate you, Twisted, we've been wearing that right now, bro. But we do want to see this guy, man. I want to put on his jersey again. Like, I want to put on his jersey until his ass show up. But honestly, I probably need to put it on just so he can see that we need his ass back, and so we can keep it going. But the sooner we move on from Calvin Ridley, the less stress we have to worry about it, because we know what he can do when he's playing. But the sooner we move on from it, at this point, I'm on to the next guy right now. I can't be worried about it, because it's gonna mess me up mentally, and we can't afford that.
Bro, especially when you see and it looks like we can address this also in draft, but when you see guys like like Darnell Mooney, like tearing it up like in Chicago, and whatnot. Like, you don't necessarily need like a first round pick to address like the wide receiver. And I think they're gonna address that in the draft too. But yeah, in terms of like, what were you gonna say?
We need to address playmakers in general. We need playmakers on both sides of the ball. That's pretty much what we're lacking. That's why Calvin really is able to do this. That's why, not why he's able to do this. Why it's looking like we're so vulnerable without him, because we don't have enough playmakers. You gotta keep each year. You gotta keep drafting new playmakers to make this team better, bro.
Which is why you need to get Darby his opportunity. Like, we seen in Darby's highlight tape, he had a lot of explosive plays, primarily deep shots. So, you know what I mean? 17. And I know OZ shown flashes of him deep shots. Like, one of Matt Ryan's longest passing touchdowns is to OZ for a 90-something yard bomb. So it's just a matter of how we use guys and how we scheme them open. But definitely going to this draft, I don't want to switch up the topic too much, but I need a defensive player on the D line to be our first round pick because we haven't addressed that in so many years. Hopefully, if we get the guy and we're possibly in position wherever our order is, where we're picking from, or no matter how we use our extra second round pick we got from the Titans and where they pan out. But if it's Jordan Davis, whoever, because we need help sacking the quarterback without getting blitzed. So
how old is Jordan Davis? That's I've been
say like 24, right? 23, 24, I think.
He's 24. Okay, because I'm hearing
23. They're comparing him to another guy that has the same name on Georgia that has Davis as the last name.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because I'm hearing like 26, 20. I'm like, no.
Nah, he ain't that old.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, I forgot who it was. I think it was Millie Mill that said that. It said, y'all still want Julio to retire a Falcon though, right? Honestly, no. I mean, will he go into the Ring of Honor? I think so. I mean, he did give us like his best. You can't just like not have the dude in the Ring of Honor.
Listen, if he would have did good this year, it would have changed me. His best years are gonna be with Atlanta forever.
Right.
Nah, it definitely is. It definitely, and when he goes into the Hall of Fame, it's gonna be that. So it's gonna be us, the Atlanta Falcons, as well, going with him into the Hall of Fame, into the Ring of Honor, even though it sucks. Business is business. Things don't happen or pan out that way how it is. Who knows, years down the line, emotions can change and conversations can happen and we can move on. So to answer your question, I wouldn't mind him retiring as a Falcon. We all wanted him to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? To retire with us instead of requesting a trade or anything like that. So down the line, I believe that would change. I do have a question for you guys as well as the fans, right? How do you guys like the way how Arthur Smith is using Kyle Pitts right now? Do we only use him as a receiver only, being that we're lacking in certain areas, or we like still putting him everywhere? Like, what are y'all thoughts on that? I know it's early. It's only year one.
It's so hard to dictate without Cordell Patterson, Calvin Ridley, bro. He was with both of them. And he's getting all the pressure put on him. That's a lot for a rookie, bro. You remember how Julio looked his rookie year?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He has way less drops than Julio. I think he's gonna get close to 900 yards still. Mm-hmm. I just need him to get more touches in the red zone. If he gets more touches in the red zone, I'm good with how he's being used. Honestly,
I like that.
I mean, I would like to see a little bit more motion.
With him,
yeah, like put him in motion. Like if that's your playmaker and the defense, like he's dictating to the defense what we're going to do, then we need to know right off the bat, is it man or is it zone or whatever like that, And in that case, that will free up the others. But just to have him on the outside so that the defense could key on him, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Like you can't just put him in the slot. I was like, hey, here I am. Here's 6'6", 245 pounds of me. Just line up across from you. No, put him in motion. I mean, we were saying the same thing about Julio at a certain point. It's like, oh yeah, put Julio in the slot, put him in motion and whatever. That's what you got to do, But there's some teams that just have guys just on the outside. It's like, okay, your guy gets my guy, but he's going to beat. No, you can't do stuff like that, man. Like move that guy in motion. There's reasons why guys like a George Kittle. There's guys like a Jason Kelsey. Actually, Travis Kelsey, that just continuously get open, week after week. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
throughout the whole game, at that, let's just be clear. Throughout the whole game, because we only could use Kyle Pitts for like 1 quarter or 2 quarters. We have not yet fully, besides the Jets game, I would say we haven't used him throughout the whole game. And if that's our go-to guy right now, because Ridley didn't play that Jets game, even though we had Cordell, but if that's the case, we might as well use Pitts at receiver the whole game and let him work, let him cook, just scheme him open, and it's work. Yeah.
So what we want to do right now is like we're going to make this real quick because it's hate week and the game's about to start.
Good games. I ain't gonna lie, I got bets on the line.
Mm-hmm. So we got some people that got money on the line. And what we about to do is like go ahead and put all your questions out there. You know, we're gonna take a couple and then we're gonna end this quick. Normally we go a little longer, but it's hate week. Okay. You gotta go out there, you gotta support them dogs. Somebody said, like, what about Kayvon Thibodeau? He's gonna be going by the time we pick. I think he's going like top 5.
Where he at? Who this kid? I haven't looked at
That's from Oregon. I think he's Oregon, right?
Oh, that's the DN.
Yeah,
that's the DN from Oregon. Did he get hurt?
I don't know, but either way,
playing. Is he playing right now?
Going like top. He's still going top 5.
Yeah, he probably still go top 5. Okay.
Yeah, like no matter what, he's going top 5. It doesn't even matter. But yeah, so put your questions in there. We're gonna get it. You know, we're gonna get this over with so you guys can go out there and you know, watch whoever that you want to watch. You know, you gonna watch like Georgia just beat up on Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Ohio State and Michigan. That's probably gonna be a good one.
Nah, that's the game I'm watching. I ain't gonna lie.
Alabama, Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Oregon State, Oregon. Okay.
I mean, this is going to determine a lot of playoff seeding as well.
Besides Georgia, we're good.
Well, yeah, Georgia's automatic. You know.
Oklahoma State. Oh, what?
That's a 7:30 game, right?
Oh, Pittsburgh and Syracuse. Shout out to my Pittsburgh boys. You know, my son Izzy, my son Tasir Mack holding it down for Pitt right now. A few of my homeboys playing over there. That's what's up.
It's gonna be a lot of fighting in the families this week, man.
Okay.
Gonna be a lot of fighting in the family, man.
What we got? We got any questions, man? What's up, Millie Mills? What's up? I know you got some.
After Thibodeau, no, I think everybody's all like, you know, is ready for game. So, I'll put it like this. We'll just do a little prediction for the score. Then we'll just be out. So we said it's gonna be a dub tomorrow, but give me your score.
I go me first, or who going first?
Go first, man. You know we thinking right now.
I got Falcons.
Said 23-16?
24-16.
24-16. All right.
Defense is gonna stop in the game.
Okay, Rich.
I'll say 28-17. I feel like
y'all got that offense back on track this week.
Yeah.
The best kicker.
I feel like we're gonna take control of this whole entire game, and the time of possession is gonna be very crucial in this game. And I don't see us making that many mistakes. Being that last week we had a lot of errors, a lot of new guys stepping into new spots. So I think this week we got errors corrected, and we won't have as many penalties. Special teams gonna be a big factor because this is definitely an emergency win for us. So Arthur Smith is gonna take every opportunity, take advantage of every opportunity that he gets, which is field goals, everything. So I definitely see that, as well as a defensive turnover as well.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
I mean, there's a reason why I call this a trap game, because the next week we got the Bucks. So the last thing that I want is for us to overlook this team and then just look directly at the Bucks because of the fact of how they did us the first time that we played them and how we could have won that game particularly. So the last
I want to hear that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted that to be 2 weeks from now. You said next week. All right.
Next week.
So Ridley, if you don't show up next week, if you don't show up the Bucks game, it's over for the season. I just had to Oh my God.
So I'm gonna say I don't see the offense getting directly back on track like how we normally do, but I do see us scoring at least 2 touchdowns. I got us scoring. It's gonna be a typical Tennessee. I'm gonna call them the Tennessee Falcons. 17-14 game winner with Young Wei Koo. That's the only way we could win this year. It seemed like game winning field goal 17-14 on a walk off, man. To get Koo right, plain and simple. I actually like to see. I think I could see a lot of like all us getting loose on this one too. You know what I'm saying? But that's who we got. We got everybody's in agreement that this is going to be a dub. And that's it. So we're gonna have you out there, go let y'all go watch your rivalry games, support who you want, support the channel, Support me, Rich, and Twisted every single Saturday, man. All right. Go ahead and try to say your goodbyes, and we're gonna be out, man.
Yeah, man, I'll definitely say I definitely appreciate coming on the show after post Thanksgiving. You know, thankful for a lot of things, for the fans, for the channel. You know, being on the show with you guys and every AFN affiliate. You know, thankful for any Falcon creator that creates content and put stuff out there for the fans. And, you know, just for the sport of football and a lot of different things. And I hope everybody enjoy the rest of the evening and their day, man. Peace. With that ass up next week.
All right, Twisted, go ahead. I know you got the money.
Shouts out to everybody that's tuned into us another Saturday morning. Great show with Mag and Rich. Appreciate y'all for always joining, bro. It's always lit. It's always a movie Saturday morning. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, hit me up. Twisted Torch TV. Subscribe on YouTube. All social media platforms. Twisted Torch TV. Twitter heavy. IG heavy. Snapchat heavy. Appreciate y'all one more time. Always. If you'd like to donate to Twisted Torch TV, hit up my Cash App. $ Twisted Torch TV.
All right, now. So, from the Three Kings on Saturday to everybody, happy holidays. And we see y'all next week. Rise up, go Dogs.